Alrighty, welcome to Salty's PokeStop, where we're going to be discussing everything Pokemon related. So to start off, my name is Salty, and I really just want to do a either a long form type podcast to the viewers, discussing my love for Pokemon and where it started, how it got there, as an intro video, and hopefully be covering anything between leaks and just interesting facts that's going to happen while we're waiting for the new Pokemon AZ to come out, or ZA, I should say. So let's start off. So I've been a long time Pokemon fan for since it ever came out. I was probably like 4 or 5 when Pokemon officially came out in 96 or 97. So I was there from the get-go. I remember my older brother, he received Pokemon Red version, and I used to sit there and watch him play, and eventually, I got my own game. I'm pretty sure I got Blue version because my favorite color was blue. So by the time I got my Blue version, Pokemon was starting, just the craze was happening at this time. I was in elementary school, kindergarten, first grade, and not only did everyone have like a Pokemon backpack or clothing, they had the cards, people would be trading, people would be playing, because back then when you got some cards, they would give you like a almost like a poster where you could place down and you could play each other on this little poster where you could put the cards and it would kind of tell you what to do. So back then, Pokemon was huge. It was one of the biggest franchises that came out for kids around, elementary school through middle school. And from the get-go, I was just absorbed. I probably played Pokemon Blue version a total of like 10, 20 times as a child, waiting until, eventually when they finally came out with the next version, Silver and Gold. I have a funny story about Silver and Gold, or at least a cool story that's very memorable for me. So when Silver and Gold came out, it was 2000. Pretty sure it was winter of 2000. I remember it being Black Friday, and my dad took me and my sister to Best Buy to, not only get those games, but for us to probably get some other things, but those games were like the big thing on the list because my brother and I just love Pokemon so much. And we get to Best Buy, we're waiting for the doors to open, and I remember my dad looking at me and was like, when those doors open, there's going to be people with shopping carts walking around the store. You go get you and your brother one of each, so Silver and Gold each. So I was like, I'm on it. And I'm like, like 7 at the time. I'm like, I'm on it. And so once those doors open, I remember just racing through the store, found this person with a shopping cart, and I practically dived in to get inside this cart. And I remember there's other people there, they're all sticking their hands in, and I remember grabbing 2 of each and getting back to my dad. I'm like, I got them. So and then, once we get them, on my way home, I'm looking at the boxes, like comparing, like, oh, wow, like, look at this. This one's silver, this one's gold. What's the differences? As a child, I had really no idea besides the fact that there was Lugia and Ho-Ho on the covers, and I'm like, oh, wow. Naturally, I picked Lugia because I thought Lugia was really cool looking at the time. Still is pretty dope. So on the way home, my dad told me, he's like, hey, you can have one of these games now, but the other one's for Christmas, so you have to pick one. So we get home, my brother chose gold, I chose silver, and we just started, playing as long as we could. After getting home from school, do their homework, and then boom, right on playing. Just keep playing. And it was funny because like my brother, he would get different Pokemon than I did, and I used to be a little jealous. I'm like, some of those are cooler than mine, but it is what it is. I remember picking Totodile as my first starter because one, I love blue, and he was blue, and he was a little crocodile, so I just thought it was really, really neat. He looked like a crazy creature. So Pokemon was a big staple for me as a child, and I really enjoyed it for most of my childhood, all the way up until when Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald came out. I remember getting Sapphire because it was blue, and I really liked water Pokemon at the time, like really liked them. So, and I thought it was cool that you get this giant whale Pokemon for your legendary. I remember getting one of those. I think my grandma got me one of them. Either got me an Emerald or something, I'm not sure. But I had all 3 of the versions at one point, and I played those like crazy all the way through probably like high school. But probably around my sophomore year of high school, I just stopped playing Pokemon. And it's more focused on sports and other things at the time. So, and then I took a long break from playing Pokemon, a long break. So I didn't play Diamond or Pearl. I didn't play Black and White. I didn't play X and Y. I didn't play Sun and Moon or any of the Ultra Sun and Moon or the Ruby and Sapphire one that came out for the Nintendo 3DS. Never played any of those. And I didn't pick up Pokemon last year, 2020, about May. And I started playing the new Scarlet and Violet that came out. And once I started playing it, my whole love and infatuation with the series came back. I just couldn't put it down. I used to be playing Call of Duty. I used to be playing Rocket League, just nonstop, like those games, until I picked up that Pokemon game. I completely stopped playing my PlayStation and just started playing Pokemon all the time. Go to work, get off work, Pokemon till dinner time, and then Pokemon after dinner, and then go to sleep and think about it all day. And then that's when I discovered the Hidden Power Podcast. Hidden Power Podcast has been the biggest staple of what I consume on a daily basis. I will go back and listen to their podcasts over and over and over because I enjoy their format, and I think they're fascinating with their takes on all the different mons and just everything they go over, the leaks and the what aren't leaks and just everything. I really enjoy that podcast, and I'm a daily listener. So they're a major inspiration as to why I wanted to start this channel and wanted to, just get into some Pokemon content, because, if one day I can be featured, that would be super sick. I think like it would be really awesome to be featured in a Hidden Power podcast. So let's see. So yeah, Pokemon has been a major staple, and as of the last few months, I moved from where I was living in California out to Kentucky, and I stopped playing for a few weeks just because I was moving and I had all the stuff I needed to do. I needed to find a new job, all this stuff. But once I stopped, or once I kind of got settled in, I started playing Pokemon X. Now, I picked up X, and I never had a 3DS or any of that, but now I do, and playing it, and it's just like, it feels so different, like with the animation styles and everything. And then I'm watching, on top of like why I'm watching Soul Silver Art. He's playing Pokemon Y, and he's live streaming it. So I'm like, listening to him while I'm playing, and it's just super fun. And I just really enjoy the series, and I can't wait for Pokemon ZA to come out. It looks fascinating. It looks like it's something that has never been done. Pokemon Arceus. That game was super different for the franchise all in itself. That the catching mechanics between, being able to creep up in the tall grass and catch Pokemon off guard, and all the what do you call it? I almost said megas, but they're not megas. Just, the alpha Pokemon. Seeing those guys and knowing that you can actually get knocked out, pretty much die. Like if you try to challenge one of those, they'll just hurt you and you're like black out. And it's pretty different. And I enjoy that. That whole style, even the art of that entire game is super beautiful, I think. Only if it was just a little more crisp, I think it would be even better. But I'm so excited for the Pokemon ZA to come out, because who knows how in-depth this game's going to be. I think it's going to be one of the best of their series that ever come out. And right now I'm playing Pokemon X, so I'm like, okay, this is Lumio City. This is what this has to, like, what it's going to be around. So I'm excited to learn more, because like right now I'm probably only like 3 gyms deep, maybe only 2 gyms deep, and I only have like the middle stages of Pokemon. I haven't even got a Mega, so I'm really curious to see like what's going to happen with this new installation of Pokemon. So anyway, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for finding my channel. If you guys want to like and subscribe, that would be awesome. I'm hoping to continue to do this either once or twice a week for now, until I kind of get comfortable, because right now it's just like I've never done this, so I'm sure it's going to be a little strange. So anyway, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.